and bring us forth as the children of immortality. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night. And if you have your faith in the resurrection, you can have your part in the redemption. And if you have your hope in the redemption, you can work on pray for salvation. Just clean up your heavens with your meditation. Put love in your thought and in your action, with some amount of courage and a little decision. And never put your hand to no destruction, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night. While the sun a rule the heavens by day, and the moon a rule the stars by night. Make sure your love light keep shining bright. Whether you rich or you poor, you black or you white, hold on to your key and hold it up tight. Even though the wicked them a give we a fight, the truth and the rights is the strength of we might. And never make no evil tarry in your eyesight, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night. So we chant a little prayer in the morning, say another prayer at night. Chant a little prayer in the evening, say another prayer at noon. Because Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. Every breath that I take and every step that I make, yeah. Jah is the essence of my life. But afraid of them gun, them be in it all night. And if you have your faith in the resurrection, you can have your part in the redemption. And if you have your faith in the redemption.
Well, this one we give to the Christian Rastafari. Yes, it's a new day for us. It's a new day for I and I. But though the road may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. It's a new day for us. So long at the crossroad, burn down with every load. Financial deficiency spreading through the community. Now in the time when it's hard, someone gonna wake up abroad. Remember the Lord, escape Babylon with the thing that is wrong. Now it's a new day for us. Yes, it's a new day for I and I. But though the road may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. Well, it's a new day for us. You got to stay humble in the time of trouble. Don't let your faith crumble, cause you know you are able to be stable. Them won't be retire high when they never did I. Who are there to do that? My Father will protect me from the works of an idiot. Well, it's a new day for us, yeah. Well, it's a new day for us. But now the road may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. Well, it's a new day for us. You to share the truths with the youths them, and let them know rid themselves of the problem. True is true if we teach them. No more irritative things cannot help them. Ask the Father just to bless them. Live in love and unity, and that's what we want to grow them. Tell the leaders not to fight them. A prudent generation, no underestimate them. No, no, well, it's a new day for I and I. Yeah, but though the run may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. Well, it's a new day for us. So long at the crossroad, burn down with every load. Financial deficiency spreading through the community. In the time when it's hard, someone run away overbroad. Y'all remember the Lord and escape Babylon with the things that is fraud. It's a new day. Yes, it's a new day for I and I. Even though the road may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. Well, it's a new day for I. Yes, it's a new day for I. Yes, it's a new day for I. But though the road may be rocky, I and I must stand up and face it. Well, it's a new day for I.
Life has come a long way since yesterday. I say, and it's not the same old thing over again. I say, just do what you feel and don't you fool yourself. I say, 'cause I can't make you happy unless I am. I say, I've got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself.
You tune in to Spiritual Vibration with Sista P.
Got to be true to myself. Day in, day out, I've asked many questions. I say, only to find the truth that never changes. I say, if you don't deal with it, it keeps killing you a little by little. I say, call me selfish if you will. My life I alone can live. I say, I've got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Anyway now, got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Anyway, y'all, got to be true to myself. Got to be true to myself. Come on now. Got to be true. Got to be true. Got to be true to myself. Anyway, y'all, got to be true. Got to be true. Got to be true to myself.
Greetings and a blessed good morning to you. You're listening to Styles FM Radio 96.1 and 96.7, coming to you from Port Antonio, Portland, Jamaica. This is the Spiritual Vibrations program. My name is Sista P and I will be with you until 1 o'clock. Give thanks, we made another week. Give thanks for life. And I hope you had a blessed week. Welcome to listeners on 96.1 and to those of you on 96.7. Welcome to all listeners on the internet and to those of you tuning in for the first time. I'd also like to welcome all persons living in Jamaica. And I'd also like to welcome those people who were born in Jamaica but do not call themselves Jamaicans. They call themselves Labourite or PNP. I'd also like to welcome our visitors to the island and especially those visiting our beautiful parish of Portland. To participate in the program, you may text or call 453-1444. The area code for Jamaica is 876, and that would be 876-453-1444. For those of you in the United States of America and in Canada, you may call us at no cost to you. The area code is 954-338-7973. You may also send me a message on Facebook at Styles FM Portland, STYLZ FM Portland, or an email at sisterp@stylesfm.com. There's also Styles on the Go for those people who do not have internet access, or you might be on the road or elsewhere. So you can call this number, Styles on the Go. In the US, the area code is 213-992-4360, and in the UK, 020-3670-1330. We have lots lined up for you on the program today. We'll be talking about South Africa, Nelson Mandela. And, you know, we always have our other topics that we discuss. Our words of inspiration for this morning. We start off by saying one's work may be finished someday, but one's education never. And we have a lot of our students, young people who go to school, and they think that once they come out of school that their education no longer, it's not needed. Education is no longer needed. So we'll sort of try to inspire them this morning and let them know that that is not the case. Unless you make every waking a learning process, you are wasting a major portion of your life. I'll repeat. Unless you make every waking moment a learning process, you are wasting a major portion of your life. You can learn from people you do not like, as well as from those that you like. and those that you love. You can learn from the elders and you can learn from youth. You can learn more about the things you know about and fine-tune the things you are good at. You can learn by observing. You can learn by listening. You can learn by serving. You can learn by assisting, completing, and you can also learn by forgiving. Never, never withdraw from the education process by picking and choosing from who you can learn. Keep your mind open, your ears tuned, and your willingness to learn in the humble state of a student. And I think that is for all of us. Never stop learning. Knowledge is power. Never stop learning. And you can also learn by serving. You can learn from your enemies. You can learn from those you love. But never stop learning. Knowledge is power.
In Kingston, in Kingston.
Let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Yeah. Just lift your hands with me. Lift your hands and give praises. Praises to the Almighty. Amen. Someone asked the question, why do we sing and lift our hands to Jah and glorify His name? Jah turn my darkness into light. I praise Him with my voice, exalt His name on high. Glory to the Lord. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Glory be to Jah. It's the reason why I sing. Yeah, I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Glory be to Jah. He's the reason why I sing. Cast away my problems and wash them all away. He took the case, gave me the pillow. I never forget to pray. In my darkest hour, He was the light who led the way. Glory, hallelujah. He's the reason why I sing. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Glory, hallelujah. He's the reason why I sing. Yeah, I sing because I'm happy. And I sing because me know me free. Glory, hallelujah. Reason why I sing. Yeah. At this moment I just want to give thanks for life. Giving God thanks for my kids, my family, my talent, my fans, my musical team. Strength to carry on. Just keep guiding us along. The reason why I sing. Yeah, I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. Glory be to Jah. He's the reason why I sing. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. Glory be to Jah. He's the reason why I sing. Yeah.
Spiritual vibration.
My hands to the fire lifter, 'cause He made me strong. He put the food on my table, yes, and in my heart His song. Oh, Jah, I love You so. Mighty Jah, I need You so.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration.
I'm on the go, I'm on the go. I'm on the go, I'm on the go.
You've been standing like that beside the radio all day. Haven't you heard about Styles FM on the go?
With Styles FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, it's 020-3670-1330.
It's that easy? Wow! Styles FM on the go? I like it!
Bad People Promotions and Liquid Urban Nitro presents Portland Bike Fest Stunt Explosion, the 3rd edition, Sunday, December 29, 2013, at the Old Marina, Port Antonio. Gates open at 10 a.m. Admission $1,000, $800 with flyer. Featured attraction Hilarious Granny, Bikers Gitchy, Dunga, Crazy Cutter from the Crazy Bikers, Car Drift to Cutter Hype, sponsored by Red Stripe, Total Tools, Changs to Express, Lifespan Water, CC Bakery, Armored Security Company, and Styles FM.
Lumber, cement, steel, plyboard, plates, cups, shower curtain, sheet. Then this now go take me all day, man.
Daddy, mommy say I must go a business depot.
I need to find somewhere with ample parking space, gives discounts, does delivery, and has the most courteous staff.
Why, Daddy Duffy?
Yes, Builders Depot, right at Industrial Estate, Longwall in Barnes Bay. I call them at 715-3128 or 284-3337.
Because me I tell him, we got Builders Depot over there, so
check them out.
Builders Depot, once we need it, we have it.
Presently, you are listening to the Spiritual Vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip wings.
I'd like to give a special welcome home to one of our very, very loyal and dear listeners, Roots Woman. Roots Woman was off the island and she has now returned. So Roots Woman, welcome home. I know that Karen over there in Nebraska, who probably has snow at her front step, she will be leaving for Jamaica shortly, and so I'd like to give her a shout out. And also to recognize one of the sponsors of the calendars and give them what I would call a real nice big up. And that is Upstairs Music and Lyrics Institute at P.O. Box 640251 in Miami, Florida. Their telephone number is area code 954-965-9050. You may also contact them at www.upstairsmusic.net. and send them an email at upstairsmusic@aol.com. Also, time for me to say a hearty and blessed good morning to Rosie in New York.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast bread, fruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass of lemonade. Jumping at the river when me ready for bed. No boy can't buy me out. Me no foreign minded, no way compared to Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. That one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Represent for your man, tune up hurricane and star. From the crime rate drop, me no matter about tax man, still a hustle hard and a gone. Jamaican have the link to the link, they connect Canadian, American, England. Make sure say when they are foreign and a hustle, mama visit Western Union. Don't make with the up with foundation. All the hard man, them fear ambition. Don't flash out all the money back, let us pay anything, guns and ammunition. Real Jamaican, no show me you want. No matter which part of the world where you stand. Me no matter what them want say about Jamaica, me sing it out loud, come me proud to be one. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Big up the youths.
I'd also like to welcome home Mrs. Jackson, matriarch of Native Audio and Styles FM. Welcome home, Mrs. Jackson.
Show love to the elders, respect you, cause them pave the way in the past. Some man want like say them better than people. Through them a drive a one vehicle. Vanity make them move evil. It easier for a camel pass through the eye of the nigger than the rich figure sit down in a heaven and bitch. That now when you or me ever hungry again, me a walk and look back. Every aki tree me a search. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Peace. Everybody wanna visit
You tune in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
Yes, blessed good morning to you, Karen.
We wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represents.
Morning to you, Pinchy.
Jamaica love, Jamaica. Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. Me day in me yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Selfish and banana.
And of course, a blessed good morning to Joyce. Joyce who sells mangoes in Hope Bay. Joyce, remember me need mango this weekend.
To Jamaica. Jamaica love. We wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica.
This is Styles FM.
Yes, I'd like to bring attention to a young man named Rowan Roberts. Now, this young man, while he was growing up, he hated to have his hands in the dirt. But he turned out to be a farmer. And his philosophy is, even with your education, you're not going to get a job, so why not create one? Why not also create jobs for others? So at 22 years old, he is a very successful farmer, and he continues to study while he's studying at the University of Technology, and his focus is on international business and finance. And I think that is very commendable, because so many of our young people, they sit down and they wait for somebody to give them a job. There are no jobs. There are so many things that you can do. So I have to say, here is a young man who is pursuing higher education, but learns and knows that farming is number one. Incidentally, he grows Irish potatoes, and he has 3 other young people that are working with him. So I have to say, these are the type of things when people say big up so and so. Big up for what? This is what we big up. Things like this. I'd like to say that the Spiritual Vibrations program joins the world in paying respect to Nelson Mandela, but we must never ever forget the role that Winnie Mandela played. I'd also like to give thanks that I was fortunate enough to be at the National Stadium in July of 1991 when Nelson and Winnie Mandela both came to Jamaica. And I'd also like to bring up the fact that the content drummers, Sabira Gordon, Norman McPherson, who we know as Nicky, and Davine Green, who we know as Babs, all from the District of Content in Portland, were present entertaining Mr. Mandela. Something that also caught my eye a few weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to mention it, was the fact that the Minister of Education is looking into the cost of graduations. As you know, we have spoken about that on this program, the thousands, and I happen to know people who have gone on very much to be very successful in life who were not able to graduate because of the cost. And I know people who spent all of these thousands of dollars to graduate and probably standing on the corner absolutely doing nothing. It's not about the graduation and the gown and all of that. It has nothing to do with that. So for once I have to really say, well, he hasn't done it yet, but he spoke about it. So let us see if he's going to follow through. Why do we have to have graduations in these gowns? What happened to the days like when I went to school when you graduated in your uniform? Is it something that we're trying to do to show who have and who don't have? Come on, get back to uniforms. It's not about the graduation. It's about what you learn, what you can do with what you learned after you went to school. I have to say blessed good morning also to the Reed family, Eva and Marie. And as they say, blessed morning to my gracious hostess, Cassidy, good morning, and all of you in studio, and to the Spiritual Vibration family. And he says, you are going to jump ahead of us by legalizing marijuana to his citizens. And when will we wise up? When will we wise up? You know, I hear them talking about it in Parliament, but we'll see what is going to happen. And what's going to happen to all the people who are behind bars, who were arrested, who were chased for a spliff tail or a spliff? What are the police going to do now if this happens? What are they going to do? Who are they going to chase? Something else that caught my eye, and I had it on my list for last week, but the program was so full, that the JDF has 12 new armored vehicles. I asked the question, is Jamaica at war? At war with who? Because I know that the army is supposed to be protecting you against invaders, people who come into your shores. But what does the JDF do? Why do they need 12 new armored vehicles, costing millions each? To do what? That every once in a while they take them out to join the police forces against Jamaican citizens, not against people coming in to invade us. And as one person in the paper wrote about, us again, I'm not going to come off of this so easy, about us and the Trinidadians and boycotting. Rubbish, all right? Because we better remember that we get oil at a reduced rate from Trinidad. We can't get that from America. We cannot get that from America. And as the person says, do we protest the containers of chicken back, cheeses, bagels, croissants, chemical drinks from America? No, we don't. We don't. And I'm glad that there's a lot of people that agree with me that we have never done anything about all the deportees that came here. And we never talked about the fact that America doesn't give us cash. Trinidad gives us cash. And when we don't pay it back, they have to embarrass us. And also, for listeners to remember that every time you take off your shoes at an airport, you can thank a Jamaican. It was a Jamaican who was a shoe bomber. And you can also thank the sniper with that you called Malvo. Because every time that they're snipers, they think that it's Jamaicans. So think about these things before we run off and follow. We just follow like monkey. Think, use your brain and think. But if you don't know history, you can't think, you just follow.
Jamaica,
Africa. Whoa, yeah. Little Africa, I'm a third class citizen. Poopa riding in a Babylon across the Schengen. Babylon by bus and by my side there's no friend. Me and go right through till the end. Well, me have to work hard and move right round the clock. Me have to push down the rock, but me not see no jack. Little Africa too small, it no dep on the map, so that's why them not take no chat. Well, 50 cents in a them pocket can't buy them no meal. In a this year rat race there is no poor man deal. For the bed hurt so bad and there's no poor man pill. Just understand how me feel. So we have to witness a new rising sun. Come to our house where he died. Is the prophecy of Marcus Garvey. Teaching our house where he died. Is the Lion of Judah once again walking from this land. Oh yeah.
No, Rosie, it's not really mango season, but there's a special mango that grows here in Portland. They call it the Guinea hen mango, and I certainly hope that Miss Joyce will have some when you get here next week.
My little Africa free. My little Africa free. Only Jah can set my Africa free. My little Africa free. My little Africa free. Little Africa, rice and peas and corn.
Happy birthday to Deandra Mackenzie in St. Margaret's Bay, coming from her mother, Andrea in St. Margaret's Bay.
Little Africa, this story's never been told. Some of them tell me say the truth has been looted and sold. For a case of long gun and a 5 pound of gold, plus the image of me Christ look so pretty and bold. So as long as the gun them will restore the order, as long as a man will die just to try and cross the border, as long as those tears will seek out my father, as long as we will not find no peace, little Africa shall cry. Only Jah can set my Africa free. My little Africa free. My little Africa free. Only Jah can set my Africa free. My little Africa free. My little Africa free. There will be a brand new day.
Yes, happy birthday greetings to Aldane Sterling, who will be 2 years old tomorrow. And the greetings are coming from mommy, daddy, grandma, auntie, uncles, cousins, brother, and all his relatives and friends. Happy birthday, Aldane.
Babylon, those days are done, just like those of King Pharaoh. Oh yeah, so you better leave go Jaja children Babylon. Free Jaja children Babylon. Oh yeah, I said to leave go Jaja children Babylon. Free them. Slavery, repatriation, yes, will bring about liberation. Messiah Yahweh, he led the way to freedom for all oppressed people, home and abroad. They are the chosen ones. So you better live for Jaja children, Babylon.
only talk about justice. You're in our land, handing down injustice. We gonna fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Brothers got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. You're in our land. You know build no school for black children. You're in a Milan. No hospital for black people. You're in a Milan. You build pure prison. You're in a Milan. You build pure camp. We got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. The black man, remember, in certain place in Africa, black man get no recognition. So we have to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Black man got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Cross the border. Shoot after children, cross the border. Shoot down women, cross the border. You take your might, cross the border. The beats were right. We gonna fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Ask for majority, majority rule. Yeah. You need minority, but that couldn't rule. Yeah. So we gon' fight, 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 fight against apartheid. We gonna fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Break off from Britain. You're quite illegal. Right where you are, you get the forces from colonial powers taking my diamond, filling ballistic missiles. Now we have to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Black man got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. Come on and fight, 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 fight against apartheid. We got to fight, 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 fight against apartheid. We gonna fight.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
The serenity and tranquility of living in Jamaica resides at West Down Oaks in Retreat, St. Thomas, with available service lots of approximately 5,000 square feet and optional pre-constructed 800 square feet 2-bedroom units. West Down Oaks is perfect for your starter home or retirement solution. For sales and inquiries, contact West Down Development Limited at 876-322-9163 or 876-467-2880 or email westdownoaks@gmail.com.
Architects, draftsmen, and surveyors, get your drawings printed in high-quality professional standards. We can satisfy your printing needs. Whether it is for presentation to your clients or for submitting building and subdivision application, make it VJ Printing Services. Whether drawing by hand or with computer-aided softwares, we will plot your negatives and print the copies as you need. We do high-quality white paper printing that is water-resistant and never fades, unlike traditional blueprint. For more information, call VJ Printing at 893-2266.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration Styles FM 96.1 with Sister P. It's styly, it's fiery. Jennifer Barrett said that.
As we enter our African segment of the program, this morning we'll be playing all music from South Africa. And we start off with the Soul Brothers.
Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
Especially good morning to you also, Vietnam Records. And I should mention that Vietnam Records is some youths from Hope Bay in the Cooling Spring area. And I'm pretty sure that this is probably coming from Jerron. As we continue to expose you to more music out of South Africa. These are the Bundu Boys. Remember, there are 54 different nations in Africa, and just like in the Caribbean, we don't say that Barbadian people are Jamaicans, and we don't say that Jamaicans are from Antigua. So we have to understand that in different parts of Africa, they have different music. So we're focusing on South Africa this morning. It's all South African music.
Baba
Yes, and Ruth, someone says, we're all students and we're all teachers. Sometimes we teach best what we most need to learn. And she says she is so happy to be back in Jamaica. And as Lydia says, she doesn't have a clue what they're singing in the African songs, but all she knows is that she just loves them. Lydia, I don't know what I'm saying either, but me love them too.
Tangaza mngani wami usomandla uzokulekelela Tangaza mngani wami usomandla uzokulekelela Tangaza mngani wami usomandla uzokulekelela
Yeah, blessed good morning to you, Lydia.
Jesu bayampiga abanye kodwa batukhona Jesu bayampiga abanye kodwa batukhona abanye bayampiga
abanye kodwa bakukhona tanaza mngani wami usomanda uzokulekelela tanaza mngani wami usomanda uzokulekelela
You know, say, me have to give you a joke. You know, so me convert Cassidy for like African music. Me actually convert Cassidy. Cassidy in here rock, you know. I remember first time when me played to a young boy, you know, Cassidy young, you know. So I'm not really that familiar with this. So I'm like him next kind of music. But him actually convert and realize the rhythm in them. I'd like to give a shout out to Joy in New York. Joy calls in every week. To give a shout out to Sizzler, taxi driver from Hope Bay, who got me here on time this morning. I was so early, and while I'm giving a shout out to Sizzler, I also have to give one to Blacks and the Sweeper, who I know they always listen to this program, and Paul Yellow Cab Taxi. Yellow Taxi Cab, not Yellow Cab Taxi, Yellow Taxi. Yeah, morning, cousin Lisa. Morning. Maxine and Shiny morning, and I also like to say a special morning, which I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to say it later because I have some music coming up for some special people. To all the workers in the post office, Miss B. Swift River, morning.
I wanna
One Chaka Chaka from South Africa. Yes, Roots wants to big up Cassidy. Big him up, you know, because of his wisdom to learn. Yes. I know that when I came in here the first week, it was all so new. My style, who I am, was all so new to Cassidy. And you should see, Cassidy is now my son. And I mean, like, he really appreciates, I think, working on my program. Cassidy, you appreciate engineering on this program? Of course, he says. Of course. Happy birthday to Barika Taylor in Balcarres, coming to you from your mom and dad. I'm a pony mama from South Africa, more South African music.
nifuna mufunwa wanga.
Uhu, mama, pony, my
Yes, more out of South Africa.
Stars FM, you're my number one.
It's the big Christmas giveaways happening during Smooth Sailing on Stars FM, also on Channel 12. Hey, shop 3 places: Kamal Supermarket, Cameron Supercenter, and GNL Wholesale. With every purchase, you have a chance of winning a 32-inch flat screen TV or a Samsung DVD player. Just write your name, address, and your telephone number on the back of your receipt, along with the name of the competition. Big Christmas giveaways. Hey, you must be 18 or older to enter. Drawing will take place during Smooth Sailing on Satcom and on Stars FM, starting this Saturday. It's GNL Wholesale, Kamal Supermarket, and Cameron Supercenter. Shop every day to win. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
FM 96.1, even 96.7 FM, you don't know the thing, go. Every Thursday, fire break, keep the fire burn. Yeah, man, 5 to 9 p.m., you don't know the thing, go. Fire break, pull it up, pull up that one, man. Rest of it, I roll, guys, and stuff on the
Fire, baby. Fire, baby. Fire.
I'm on the go, I'm on the go. I'm on the go, I'm on the go.
You've been standing like that beside the radio all day. Haven't you heard about Stars FM on the go?
With Stars FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, it's 020-3670-1330.
It's that easy? Wow! Stars FM on the go? I like it!
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Okay, on the line we have Mr. Laveen Harry, who is the owner of L&L Projects Limited and Shop 7B, number 1 Walker Plaza, Wharf Road, Morant Bay, St. Thomas. Mr. Harry, welcome to the Spiritual Vibrations program. Welcome to Styles FM.
Thanks in abundance. Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you also. L&L Projects. What does L&L Projects do?
L&L Projects, well, there's a history behind the starting of this company where it started from in the UK, where I've lived in diaspora for over 13 years.
Yes.
Where I've seen I've heard and seen many horror stories of people sending back money to Jamaica and all sort of, horror stories.
Yes.
So it was there and then I formed the company to meet the needs of people in the diaspora.
Very noble of you, Mr. Harry, because there are so many complaints of people sending money to family and friends and all kind of people, and when they come, the place not ready, they don't even start.
And that is the wrong approach. So it was against that background where I've decided to start UK. And when I returned to Jamaica in 2011, I set up this formally set up this company.
Yes.
In terms of meeting the needs of locally and also in the diaspora. I must tell you, it is doing extremely well as the get reaching out to people more and more, and the stories of success has been so alarming. So against that background, we started this company, and we're doing very well.
I was just about to ask you that. What has the response to your company been? Hello? Yeah, what has the response to your company? What has the response been? I mean, I know that the diaspora is badly in need of somebody like you. Have they been really responding to you?
Responding to me in a way that it is beyond my expectation, and as such, we have got impact early on our growth strategy faster than we had planned to.
Yeah.
So we're planning to launch even further coming in the new year, because the response has been so overwhelming. So we're going to planning to expand faster than planned. But in my whole background inside, I've got almost 20 years experience in the industry, and I've decided to return home now to to meet the needs of my people. It really hurt my heart to see at times what happening to some of these people in the diaspora.
Yes.
And so I feel obligated to be to start this company, not only for commercial reasons, but to change the whole status quo which exists.
I don't think a lot of people who have never lived abroad, I don't think they understand the passion that those of us have lived abroad really have for this country. And, sometimes it's not so much about the money, but it's about improving the lives of others.
Right. Well, I mean, I've been around them first, and I share your wisdom, and that is so true. I've seen people, end up in hospital, having heard what's happened to their money out here in Jamaica first, and I've seen firsthand. Even my own mom. When my mom used to live in England for a number of years, and I had to enter into a contract to build her house here in Jamaica. Right?
Yes.
Because she was just that she don't want any problem. So I did the entire contract for her, design and build and do offer a one-stop shop job. And then it move on to aunties, cousins, all different sort of people. And there's a formal way in which I do things. I say, okay, you want to build in Jamaica? We operate what is called a client account. Or if you do wish to put your money in some lawyers and trusted account, and we do drawdowns. So we don't need your money. We have an oversight to looking over your contractor to ensure that we indemnify you from any problem. So if there's any issue, it would be we and the contractor.
Yes.
Right. So
I know that we have Jamaicans.
We bridge the gap.
I know that we have Jamaicans abroad who are listening to this program right now and have said to me, listen, Sister P, I would love to build something in Jamaica. But boy, when I hear the amount of horror stories. So in other words, Jamaicans who are living overseas, contact Mr. Harry. The name of his company is LNL Projects Limited, and he is located in Morant Bay. His number is 430-9592. Mr. Harry, how being a sponsor on the Styles FM calendar, how do you think you can benefit? How can your business benefit from being on the calendar?
I've been running on the church and Styles, and I'm also familiar with the principal owners of the company, so I feel very close to this to Styles organization. As such, I think Styles can help to propel my business, in a great way. The person in charge of Styles, to me, is very sharp. He's a brainchild of this organization, and someone who's a very visionary person.
Yes.
So I feel, he can help to propel my business at Styles itself. And the station is reaching out for what are people in the diaspora, which also, have to sell my as well.
And I know that you had told him that you had switched from another station to listen to this program on Thursday mornings. So I have to thank you ever so much for that, Mr. Harry. He told me about it. Anything else that you would want to share with listeners? By the way, there are a few thousand of the calendars that go out. So with people all over seeing the calendar, I know that this can only promote your business. And I know that you also have an ad here on Styles, and I will be talking up about Mr. Harry and letting Jamaicans know, Jamaicans overseas, if you don't want to come home, build place, don't bother talk about. You do have somebody, a trusted person in the name of the company LNL Projects Limited and Mr. Lavine Harry. Mr. Harry, give so much thanks for being here. Anything that you would like to say to add to what we have said already?
Well, it's just that I would like a forum to expand more into with the details as to the procedure in doing so.
Please go ahead.
I would more than feel like to share that there's two in Jamaica. There's primarily two stages of the project. It's called the pre-contract stage, which we do all the design arrangement for the client at that stage, and the next stage is called the post-contract stage, which we manage the project for the client in terms of making payments, overseeing the contractor, and ensure everything is watertight for our client.
So in other words, you design, you do all of the designing before.
The design, the building,
that's the first stage.
Arrangement, the costing, and all of that. We do everything first time, and so you see if we start below what is your budget cost for the project, and then you decide how much amount of money you have to spend at this stage, at that stage, or to do it in full, and we'll manage it on your behalf. So we indemnify you from the contractor exclusively. And your point of responsibility is with us, not with the contractor.
So what you're saying is that you're an in-between between the person who is building and the contractor.
If that's what is correct, in between, but I represent the client exclusively. I look at the client's interest.
Okay,
It's my sole
okay, good.
responsibility to look after the client's interest.
Yes.
And I do it in an expert way, and also a professional manner as well. So we then bridge the gap between those horror stories in the past with the clients living overseas and the contractor here in Jamaica. We act as an in-betweener. You're right.
Yes. And the second stage?
And the second stage is called the post-contract stage. So having gone to Paris Council, get the fund class, gone to NHC or whatever, ready to build, we then manage the project at that stage also, which is it's called the post-contract stage. So it was a contractor fees that he laying about 15 block, and now it's 10 block. We then manage that stage as well.
Okay.
Show payment to him, and then that payment is then transferred back to the client. So there's a matter of transparency in what we're doing until full closure.
Yes.
So what I find is that these days is that the contractors don't necessarily warm towards my approach because it's not the norm what they're used to. So that's a bit of challenge as well, but not challenge in a good way.
Yes.
Because my clients are benefiting, with my oversight. So it's like that, and it's doing very well.
Well, I have to congratulate you, and I know that as I said, there are a lot of people out there who really want to have a company like your company representing them.
Yeah, I must have styles for what is worth, and know it can help to propel and reach out to a large mass of people in the diaspora.
Yes.
Locally, right?
Yes.
I often compare style with Harry FM. I remember back as a youth when IFM just started, back in 88, 89, thereabout.
1990, yes.
Right. I remember, the challenge and pure. When you are now, IFM is a big, established organization, and I feel styles going along that trajectory quite well as well.
Yes.
And it's a matter of time before this station expand, beyond our imagination.
Yes.
So and you continue to do a very good job,
Well, we have to really give thanks, Mr. Harry.
Very much so.
Okay. Anything else that you want to share with listeners?
Well, it's just that you can reach me at 430-9592. That's my number, and my email is my email address is lnlprojects@gmail.com. Feel free to drop me an email.
It's LNL Projects.
That's November Love. LNL.
Is it LNL Projects Limited at gmail.com or just LNL Projects at Gmail?
LNL Projects Ltd.
Oh,
at
LTD.
gmail.com.
Okay,
right.
at gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Okay. Well, Mr. Harry, I really have to congratulate you and to really big you up as one of those Jamaicans who returned home and making your valuable contribution to this our beautiful and beloved island.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
All right. All right.
You tune in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
morning, Mr. Hamilton. Welcome to Styles FM and welcome to the Spiritual Vibrations program.
Good morning to you and thank you very much for having me.
Okay, we are here to talk about Golden Shore Resort, one of the sponsors of the Styles FM calendar.
But first of all, let me wish your viewers, your staff and everyone a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year when it comes. I'd also like to wish our guests, staff, friends, suppliers a Merry Christmas when it comes.
Thank you ever so much, Mr. Hamilton, and I wish you a happy and prosperous New Year.
Okay.
To you and your staff.
Well, I'd just like to let you know that Golden Shore is located here in St. Thomas, which is the eastern end of the parish. And this morning we have beautiful sunshine, and like to welcome Jamaica and all our guests and friends overseas to visit Jamaica more often, especially during the winter season. We have also extended some refurbishing at the hotel. As we have promised our guests, whenever they come here, the next time they come, they will see some improvement.
How many rooms do you have at Golden Shore Resort, Mr. Hamilton?
We have currently 27 rooms.
Oh, it's a big place.
Yes, a dining room and a bar. And we also have a beautiful grounds which we use for weddings. So when you're ready to get married again, you can visit us.
You hear that, Cassidy? Mr. Cassidy is the engineer on this program, and I was just advising him that when he was getting married, that he can get married at Golden Shore Resort.
That he can get married here.
Yes, I'm telling
we
him
would
that.
Welcome that. We'd love to have him.
Yes, and I will be there at his wedding when he's getting married, Mr. Hamilton.
Okay.
Yes. So you're located in License St. Thomas.
Yes, ma'am.
And I noticed that you have been advertising a lot on Styles. And how is it being a sponsor? What made you decide to be a sponsor on the Styles FM 2014 calendar?
Well, as you know, it's very difficult to quantify where you are going. But apart from that, we are very happy to work with you as a local company and a very upcoming company. Your calendar last year was beautiful.
I know.
Yes, everyone liked it, and I'm sure the one this year will also be as good as, if not better. So, as I said, it's hard to say where the guests are coming from, but we're happy to be with you. We have no complaint. We've had calls and we've had good results.
Oh, very good, very good. And we have a lot of listeners who are listening on the internet. And I would just like to let them know that Golden Shore Resort is somewhere that when they come to Jamaica and they're on the eastern end of the island, that Golden Shore Resorts in License St. Thomas is one of the fabulous places that you can go to. What are your rates like, Mr. Hamilton?
The rates are very competitive. We have rooms for 550 JA and 650 JA. All our rates are quoted in Jamaica.
Now, hold it a minute. You said hold it a minute there. You said 550.
Yeah.
You mean
550?
You mean 5,500? Is that what you mean?
No, man. 5,000. Yeah, 5,500 and 6,500.
Yes, I have a little experience with that, so that is how come I definitely. So you can actually get a room for like
We do have discounts for persons, who are coming from your radio station. We give them a special discount.
Okay, let me just make sure that people know that. Okay, if you're a listener to Styles FM and you go to Golden Shore Resorts in License St. Thomas to spend, a weekend, a night, or whatever, there is a special discount for you for being a listener to Styles FM.
Being a member of the family.
Being a member of the family. I look like I'm going to have to take you up on that, you know. I have to take you up on that because every once in a while, sometimes you need a break. And you just need to just go somewhere that is totally different and talk to some different people, get some new ideas, and come back fresh again. You know.
Well, you're welcome to come anytime. As I said, we have a special rate for guests. You know, who support the radio station.
Yes.
And they come to just let us know that you know, give us their credentials, and we will give them a special discount. And I'd like to also mention that we are at the moment we are doing an expansion. We're adding 12 more rooms, a dining room, conference room, and we hope to have that ready towards the end of next year.
That is wonderful. In other words, you are one of the people that has faith in Jamaica.
Well, if we can't have faith in our country, I don't know where we're going to have it.
Yes.
Times are very hard and difficult, yes, but you know, we just have to keep the faith. And our guests enjoy it here so much that they're really good repeat guests. So, and at times during the high season, we have to, you know, be sharing guests with other persons. But there are also times when we are, you know, very low. But we want to ensure that when our guests come here, that we do them.
Okay. Well, you know, if I plan to come there now, Mr. Hamilton, when I plan to come, one thing that I only have one request. Do you have vegetarian meals?
We provide whatever you need. We cook to order. If you need Chinese, if you need Jamaican, vegetarian, yes, we do cook to order.
Okay, that is very good to know. Very good. And what plans do you have for the upcoming holiday season? Any special plans?
Yes, we never usually have any special plan, you know, being a small hotel. And our business is really for people who want to just relax, come and relax. We have a beachfront of nearly a mile.
Oh, you do? It is okay. You do have a beachfront.
Oh yes, we're right on the beach. Every room is just steps away from the beach.
That is wonderful.
So really, you know, we just like to know that people come here want to just relax, have a peaceful day, read a book, watch TV, do a little swimming, and then mix with the locals. It's very important to us that our guests mix with the local community, which they do, and they enjoy that.
Well, are you there, Mr.? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, okay. Well, I'm happy to hear you say that because we have a culture in Jamaica now of where people come to these all-inclusive hotels and they say they went to Jamaica. As far as I'm concerned, they never went to Jamaica. They went to the hotel. They didn't come to Jamaica. So to see someone like you encouraging people to actually mix with the locals, that is something, because that is the only way that you can say, well, okay, well, this is our culture.
Obviously, where we are located is really unique in that on our ride here in Kingston, Port Royal, you can visit Port Royal, visit the library, Bob Marley, you know,
the museum, yes,
residence, former residence. Another hour you're in the Blue Mountains. Another hour you're in Portland, you can go rafting on the Rio Grande, which you're all famous for. So we're in a very unique location. The roads are not the best, but you know, people enjoy taking a ride out to these places. And within 1 hour from where we are, you can visit these areas and meet with the people. It really is a rural country, mainly. I've seen a sugarcane factory where
you're breaking up there. You're breaking up, Mr. Hamilton.
I'm saying because of our location, it's very easy to get to these places like Portland, Kingston, Blue Mountain, and so on, and also to mix with the local folks.
Yes.
So and I find that people enjoy that a lot more than just, you know, room to beach to dining room, which is what most of these hotels offer.
Yes. Yes,
On the
those
north.
all-inclusives, keep them away from the locals. Make sure they
Yeah.
don't come in contact with us.
Yeah.
Then let me ask you now, you're a St. Thomas man. What about the Kumina? You're not telling me nothing about that.
I didn't get that.
I say you're a St. Thomas man. But
Yeah.
I don't hear you say nothing about the Kumina.
Oh yeah, yes, that is true too. Yeah, that's a tradition, especially at what we know as nine night and setup.
Yes.
And sometimes we put on a communal session at the hotels for our guests. When we have a large guests, we entertain them with local communal dancers and music, and they love it.
Of course they love it. Because, I mean, when you're traveling, when you go to another country, I mean, a person who really is traveling, they want to experience the culture of that country. And another question that I have for you, have you lived outside of Jamaica?
Yeah, well, as I said, the unfortunate thing about where we are, and even where you are in Portland there too, we are not really designated on the areas by the tourist board. They don't even mention St. Thomas in their ads.
I know. Every time that I see the tourist board talks about what they're going to do in the resort areas, the resort areas never includes Portland or St. Thomas.
That is true.
And this
That
is where
that is unfortunate.
this is where the culture is. I mean, like, I don't know of any culture in Negril. I've been to Negril. The people down there, I remember being in Negril for a week and nobody talked to me. And I went into the market and I said to the lady in the market, I said, how come everywhere in the world I go, people always strike up a conversation. I want to know more about me. And nobody down there talking to me. You know what the woman said? Because they see that you are dealing with culture and that is not what they are dealing with down here. So I think that if the tourist board was really to promote places like Portland and St. Thomas, people would more have a total experience when they're in Jamaica. I mean, a cultural experience.
Well, we need more than we need a lot more than what is being done, and we need a lot more for areas, as you said. You said Mary, Portland. These three parishes seems to be always left out of the system. And I think we all have more to offer than just, bed, food, and seat.
Maybe because they don't want people to see us how we really are. Maybe they don't want people to see us.
And that is what they want to see. They want to meet the local folks. They want to eat the local food. When we give them ackee and saltfish, they enjoy it. They come back for more. They say, God, this is great.
Well, you see that? And in these other resorts, they have what they call a Jamaica night. Oh, you're going to have a Jamaica night when you're in Jamaica. I always take offense to that. I used to be in that industry, and I could never understand how you're in Jamaica and you have one night for the week and you say that is Jamaica night. If you go to the United States or you go to England or someplace, you ever hear them having one night and saying, well, that is the American night or something? No.
I would. My experience, it's a night for the country every night, not just
every
one
night. So if you're going to have a special night, it must be a night for something else. Mr. Hamilton, nice talking with you. I look forward to meeting you very soon and taking up your offer.
And again, happy Merry Christmas to all our guests overseas, locals, all our friends. We'd like to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you ever so much for participating, and the same to you. Give thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista B. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Portlanders, Acan Auto Technology, located at 33 Bombrook Crescent, Port Antonio. Visit us for all your auto repair and servicing. We offer computerized wheel alignment, computerized wheel balancing, suspension checks, AC repair, inspection, and all your auto repair needs. For a complete auto repair and service, visit or call Acan Auto Technology today at 715-5205. And remember, we are located at 33 Bombrook Crescent.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible. Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event? Let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-price promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
Okay, we're back. We're back with you. And I would just like to say that we're listening to Hugh Masakelo from South Africa, Grazing in the Grass. And Hugh Masakelo was among those persons from South Africa who had to leave South Africa during the period of what is called apartheid. And we're going to look at some of that this morning because when I spoke with a couple people, young people around me, people let us say who are maybe in their 40s, and I asked them, I said, how much do you really know about apartheid or Nelson Mandela? And they said, well, you know, we never really know anything until Nelson Mandela was freed. So what we're going to do here now is we're really going to go into it as much as possible, as much as I can within the time that is given. We're also going to ask for your participation, and the number is 453-1444. And you can join in the discussion, or you can send me a message on Facebook. And I know that there are some of you who will send a message on Facebook. So we want to get to, because if we're going to talk about Nelson Mandela, you know, I've heard people, I was listening to a program the other day and a person was saying, so why we have to be talking about Nelson Mandela? And it's almost like this person did not know who this person was. It's almost like asking, why do we have to talk about Marcus Garvey? I will start by saying that I might have differences in how Nelson Mandela handled the whole thing after he was elected president. But maybe he's right. Maybe my way of thinking is a little bit too radical. But It's not about me this morning, so let us go into it and talk about the system that Nelson Mandela was coming out of as to why he was considered so great in this time, in this period of history. Okay, we're going to go back now to 1948. We'll start off in 1948, where the government of South Africa, which was basically the Dutch. The Dutch? Yes, the Dutch. Netherlands. They set up a system where there was separate schools for black people and white people, separate hospitals, separate beaches, and all of the services that were provided for black people were inferior to those of white people. Under this system, the system was called apartheid. And under this system, 13% of the land was reserved for what they called black homelands. Now, 13%, which meant that 13% of the land was reserved for the majority of the people, and 87% of the land, is that right? Yes, was given to the minority. And usually the land that was given to black people was unproductive areas of the country. In other words, them just carry them and just put them out in one place where not much don't grow. Under this system that they called apartheid, blacks would no longer be citizens of South Africa. And when they did go to work, they were considered to be foreign migrant laborers, and they had temporary work permits. Okay, let me just put it this way now. It's like if all of a sudden the parish of Portland, them just say the parish of Portland and they have to stay there, and then they no longer belong to Jamaica. And then they need a passport to go into Jamaica, or a pass to go into Jamaica. Or you need a work permit. Now, a lot of these people that they moved from the cities and wherever, them never ever did live in these places before. And them never wanted to go. So what they did was they removed them from by force and say, you have to go live this up. You have to go this up. So what they did was they set up these homelands, as they were called. And sometimes we hear the names of them. Like I remember particularly KwaZulu. Once they went there, they were also issued passports and passbooks. These homelands were called Bantustans. Bantustans. And the only country that internationally recognized this was Israel. Yes, the same Israel, where all the Christians want to go to. Throughout this time, internationally, all sporting events, nobody could play in South Africa, because if there were blacks on the team, you could not play in South Africa. So any team that had black people in there, they were forbidden to play in South Africa. And when the entire world was against apartheid, the US President Ronald Reagan and the United Kingdom Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, when everybody was imposing sanctions and we're not going there and boycotted South Africa, they felt that that was because of economic reasons. They stood beside South Africa. Can you imagine that? They were not willing to apply economic pressure.
Sigalele Africa Malupalanyeso Tumolwayo Yezwa yemithandazo yethu Kose siyalela Thina lusapho lwayo Kose sigalele Africa Thina Malupalanyeso Phonolwayo Yezwa imithandazo yethu Kose siyalela Thina lusapho lwayo Thina lusapho lwayo Morena boloka setšhaba sa Yesu o fedise dintwa le maswenyego Morena boloka setšhaba sa Yesu o fedise dintwa le maswenyego o se boloke Morena o se boloke setšhaba sa Yesu setšhaba sa Afrika Mago benjalo kuze kube ngunaphakade kuze kube ngunaphakade Sigalele Africa Malupalanyeso Tumolwayo Yezwa yemithandazo yethu Kose siyalela Thina lusapho lwayo Kose sigalele Africa Thina Malupalanyeso Phonolwayo Yezwa imithandazo yethu Kose siyalela Thina lusapho lwayo woza moya woza moya oye wingcwele usisiyele thina lusapho lwayo morena boloka setšhaba sa yesu o fedise dintwa le maswenyego morena boloka setšhaba sa yesu o fedise dintwa le maswenyego o se boloke
Such a pity that Ray could not participate in the program because he's at work. But he really had some very good facts that he wanted to share with us. Because actually what happened is that because of the economic sanctions, they started running out of money. So you see, usually almost everything that you see changes, just like in Jamaica with the whole supposedly slave trade and all of that. It's the same thing that happened where, because it was no longer economically viable. So it's the same thing in South Africa. There was a lot of pressure on them, so they actually started running out of money. And I really wanted Ray to talk about this because, something, even though I know about it, it's not one of those things that I clearly remember, but it will come back to me as the program goes on. I will get that part of it together. Okay, we're going to move on here now, and just to let you know that, okay, outside of South Africa, in countries like Mozambique, you had the freedom fighters. And these freedom fighters would continually and continuously come across the border. But what the South African government did was they went and attacked whichever guerrilla bases that there were. But the freedom fighters did not sit down like how we sit down in Jamaica right now and take everything. They had bomb explosions. Them had massacres. And they also sabotaged. They also were sabotaged. And during all of this, there was an assassination attempt on President Mugabe, which we know about, because that he was very helpful in all of this. This is why, South Africa could not. All them will go on. So Nelson Mandela couldn't say nothing bad about Mugabe because he knows that he was a big part of helping the South Africans. Okay, all of those people know who they found that was doing these guerrilla attacks. They were punished brutally. And 40,000 people were subjected to whipping. Yes, they would whip the people them. Like a them picnic. All of these people, they set up people's courts. And all of the residents who were accused of being government agents, you know what we call them? In Jamaica, them call them informer. Well, then they deal with the informer them hard. You know when they deal with the informer? Them wrap them wrists with barbed wire. Them place a tie around them neck. I shouldn't be talking this. Wrap them wrists with barbed wire and light them on fire. People were detained and were in detention without trial. And in that time, about 30,000 people had been detained. In the 1974 and in the 1970s, resistance to apartheid Mozambique, Angola, these countries helped the freedom fighters. We have to say, in watching everything that was going on, and I heard former President Jimmy Carter from the United States saying that Mr. Mandela never thanked America. Thanked America for what? Thanked America for what? Because the president Ronald Reagan and Margaret Thatcher did not, when the world had economic sanctions on South Africa, they thought that it was quite okay to do business as usual. There were student demonstrations all over the United States. I myself participated in Washington, D.C., demonstration at the South African Embassy. And it wasn't until February 1990 that we can say, when Nelson Mandela was released from prison after spending 27 years there, that we would say that, I wouldn't even say then that the apartheid system, it just started slowly dismantling. So that is sort of the background to what Nelson Mandela, the country that he was living in, where sections were placed, areas were sectioned off for black people to live, and you needed a passport or a pass to go into the cities. If you went to work in the city, you were considered a migrant worker, just like how people leave here and go to Canada or the United States to work. And you were not considered a citizen of South Africa, even though this was your ancestral land, the land of your ancestors. And if we're not careful, in a few years, we will have the same situation in Jamaica as the Chinese are taking over. Mango Benjalo.
Somebody's crying, somebody's crying, somebody's crying, somebody's crying. Somebody
Presently, you are listening to the spiritual vibrations with your host, Sista P. All tune in, including he, she, and the old lady. Styles FM to the world.
Earn money by selling Digicel phone credit from your Digicel phone at any time from any place with Digicel phone to phone, available at Source Card Center. Digicel phone to phone allows you to send credit from a special account on your Digicel phone to the phone of the person you're selling credit to. And Digicel phone to phone works with any model Digicel phone. For more information, visit Source Card Center at 173 Mountain View Avenue, Kingston 6, or telephone 978-3119. That's 978-3119. Source Card Center, your wholesale phone card distributor.
Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event? Let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-priced promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
Just to recognize another one of the sponsors on the Styles FM 2014 calendar, B&M Essential Auto Imports, Main Street, Anata Bay, St. Mary. Their telephone number and fax number is 996-2346 or 250-4611. Their website is www.bmeautoja.com. That's B&M Essential Auto Imports, Main Street, Anata Bay, St. Mary. One of the sponsors of the Styles FM 2014 calendar. They can be reached at 996-2346 or 250-4611. For those of us in Jamaica, I think that this is probably the first South African song that we ever knew. I don't even think when we heard this song, we even knew of the situation in South Africa. Because Miriam Makeba, it was our own Harry Belafonte who took her to the United States. And so, as such, she was probably the first South African artist that we were aware of. And possibly our first contact with South Africa.
Everybody starts to move as soon as Pata Pata starts to play.
You're tuned in to Spiritual Vibration with Sister P.
to Sambo na way. Send me for my one to me sa. Na yo present. Na yo polan. Ngomo sa me sa sala. Sambo na way. Sambo na way. Send me for my one to me sa. Na yo polan. Ngomo sa me sa sala. Sambo na way. Sambo na way. Send me for my one to me sa. Na yo polan. Ngomo sa me sa sala. Sambo na way. Send me for my one to me sa.
Yes, the Nyamka drummers from Portland. I always like to talk about them. Well, participating at the World Performing Arts, it's sort of the Olympics of the performing arts in Hollywood, California. We were basically the South African delegation and the Jamaican delegation. We established a real relationship, and they taught us this song and we taught them Chichibod. In other words, we were exchanging culture. And so these are the Nyamka drummers. If you listen to them, you would think that they were straight out of Africa, but they're straight out of Portland, Jamaica.
Sambo na way, send me for my one to me sa. Na yo present, na yo polan, ngomo sa me sa sala. Sambo na way.
So I'd like to talk about some of the incidents that occurred during apartheid. As people, you know, we always say, well, how come it's so much away and it's just few of them? Just think about Jamaica. And I should mention, and I need to mention, that apartheid was up until the 1960s in the United States. In the United States, yes, the United States of America. It was not in all the states, but in the South, in states like Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, there were black schools and white schools, black beaches and black restaurants and white restaurants. Wasn't that long ago. That was in my lifetime and in the lifetime of many of you out there. But there are a couple uprisings that went on, that occurred during the period of apartheid. And one of them was the Soweto uprising, when high school students decided